What's up, Coldwater Nation? It's Geoff. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to do a basic and advanced smelt style streamer to add to your box for the upcoming fly fishing season. Let's get into it.
Fish! Nope. You didn't get very far, did you? Is it brown? Yeah, there you go, buddy. See you later, bud. No way. Woo! Come on.
He's tired now. Yeah!
Look at that toad.
What's up, guys? My name's Brian,
And I'm Geoff.
and you're watching Empire Coldwater. Let's rip some lips.
This video is brought to you in part by Upstate Excursions and by Black Dog Outdoor Sports. To begin with the basic smelt streamer, I will be using a size 10 4x streamer hook to tie all my materials in. I will begin tying the smelt with white thread starting at the point of the hook along the shank and take wraps towards the bend of the hook, but stop before my thread starts to wrap down the bend. Now I will take a piece of silver or gold, mylar tinsel, or crystal flash and tie it in using a few collection wraps. Once my tinsel or flash is secured, I will take my thread and wrap up the shank of the hook in wide wraps until I reach the eyelet of the hook. Once there, I will take a few wraps back down the shank of the hook until my thread is about one eyelet in length away from the eyelet of the hook. Then I will take my tinsel or flash and wrap up the shank of the hook until I meet my thread. Holding my tinsel or flash tightly, I will take a few wraps to secure my tinsel or flash to the shank before cutting the excess tinsel or flash away. Then I will wrap over the tag ends of the tinsel or flash with my thread to hide any rough edges. Now that the hook shank is prepared, I will begin tying my colors of bucktail starting with white. I take a small clump of white bucktail and attempt to cinch down on it, but I accidentally snap my thread. This, however, is not the end of the world. Simply set aside the material you are trying to tie in and take more wraps of thread like you were starting a new fly. Once the thread is re-secured, pick up your material again and try to tie it in. Once I get the white bucktail secured in the way I like it, I will trim away the excess before starting to work on the taper of the fly's head. Once the taper is set, it is time to tie in the next clump of bucktail, which in my case will be red. It is the same process as tying in the white bucktail for tying in the red bucktail. You might notice that I am pinching the bucktail at various points and measuring it on the shank of the hook. This is so I can make the fly proportional to the size of the hook. A good rule of thumb is to not have material hanging off the end of your fly that is more than one shank of the hook in length. Now that the red bucktail is tied in and secured, I will go in with one more clump of white bucktail and finish off the body of the fly. All that is left now is finishing off the taper of the fly's head, using my whipping tool to put a double whip finish on the fly, and to put a little dab of head cement to secure the threads. Now, to start with the advanced Smelt Streamer, I will be using another size 10 4x streamer hook. To begin tying the fly, you will need 2 bobbins, one with red thread and one with white thread. With the bobbin filled with red thread, I will tie it in starting at the point of the hook along the shank and wrapping the thread down the hook, but stop just before the bend of the hook. Trim off the excess red thread. Now I will take my bobbin with white thread and secure some wraps up near the eyelet of the fly. Trim off the excess white thread. Now I will tie in another length of mylar tinsel or crystal flash in the same fashion as I did with the basic smelt pattern. Now take the tinsel or flash that was secured previously and wrap that up the shank of the hook before securing it with your white thread and trimming off the excess tinsel or flash. Now I will take a length of white rabbit fur on pelt, cut into thin strips, and tie it in at the front of the fly using my white thread. Then I will pull the fur back at the point in which lines up with the start of the red thread. Now I'll take my red thread and secure the rabbit fur strip down at that point to make a blood spot. After securing the rabbit fur strip, I will trim off the excess rabbit fur so that the length of the rabbit fur strip doesn't exceed about a shank length beyond the end of the hook. With that all done, we move on to finishing the fly. Take your bobbin with the white thread and do 2 whip finishes before cutting the bobbin free. Then take your bobbin with the red thread, do 2 whip finishes back on the blood spot before cutting your red bobbin free. Then, give each area of exposed thread a dab of head cement to secure it. And that's it! How to tie a basic and advanced version of a smelt streamer. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Tight lines, everybody.
Hey everybody, I hope you guys liked that video that you just watched. This is just a short little segment from us because it's that time of year, so we just wanted to extend a happy holidays to all of you guys.
Happy New Year as well.
Yep. As for us, the holidays it flew by, but it was pretty hectic. There wasn't a lot of time for us to do that much, so.
Wasn't a lot of downtime for us to be looking into videos and getting our fly tying done. So we're looking to make a fresh start here in 2023, get a little bit more consistent with our videos, get a little bit more settled with what we're doing.
Yep, we do have some interesting things that we're going to try and do in the new year. I have contacts with a couple other small channels that we're going to try and do, at least on my end, we're going to try and do some outdoorsman stuff, maybe a little bit of hunting. I don't know if you guys would be interested in seeing that, but we're going to give it a shot. Me and Geoff are also going to start with the fly tying. It's going to be more of a back and forth dueling style.
So to better explain that, we're doing a fly tying class where we're showing 2 different ways to tie one fly, basically a basic and advanced version. And whatever flies we end up tying for this series are the only flies we're allowed to use at the end of it in a big finale during the spring, where we're going to try to go after as many different species of fish as we can, but we're only allowed to use those flies to do it.
Right. So each time we have a video, it's going to be one from me, then one from Geoff, and then back and forth as we go on. And what you're going to see in those videos is you're going to know what we tie, and then you're going to see us put them in the box. So you're going to see each of our collections grow as the series goes on. And then, like he said, we'll get to the end, we'll pick a place, we'll pick a time, and then we're going to do a challenge video.
And the biggest trick with that is, since we're only going to have one version of every single fly, if we lose it, it's it. We don't get a redo. So it's going to come down to skill, it's going to come down to presentation, and it's going to come down to being able to trust both the basic and the advanced version of the fly, and also having the know-how to switch when it's not working.
Exactly. So that's really what we got planned right now. You know, you'll see more things come out as they do, and
we've got Atlantic salmon season coming up.
We do.
March.
Yes, March, April is the spring run of Atlantic salmon out of Lake Champlain, so we're hoping to hit that pretty well.
And we've also got the steelhead. They're going to be in
Buffalo. Yep.
Steelhead are also going to be in Salmon River, but I don't think you're going to see us try to do that. Salmon River just tends to be a little clunky.
Pulaski's a mess when everybody's down there.
So
it's just,
if we have a day where we think we can hit Pulaski, we'll probably do Pulaski, but if we're going to have a lot more luck going out to Buffalo and using our old stomping grounds,
right,
for sure.
And don't forget, we get to the end of the spring, we're going to have the summer transition there, and you're going to see Geoff in Florida again.
Yep. So we got big special planned for Florida trip. I don't know if I'm going to do the day-by-day fishing. Although I really love snook fishing, it didn't seem like there were too many of you guys who were that interested in it. So maybe I'll do like a compilation, but there's definitely going to be one big special coming out of my Florida trip this year. So be on the lookout for that. And then over the summer, who knows? If you guys got a suggestion of something you'd like us to see or like us to do, feel free to drop it in the comments down below. We always read them, and 9 times out of 10, we respond within the same day.
Right.
So
that's the plans we have going forward, and you'll, as I said before, you'll see it when it comes out, and we really hope you enjoy what we have for you. But other than that, that's what we got for you today.
Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.
Tight lines, everybody.